First past the post, ridings, and Indian origin votes. Canadian elections explained. Canada follows the first past the post FPTP system, where elections determine the composition of the House of Commons. As Canada prepares for its upcoming general elections on April 28, the nation's political machinery is in full swing. Conducted under the parliamentary system inherited from Britain, Canada follows the first past the post FPTP system, where elections determine the composition of the House of Commons. The country is divided into 338 electoral districts, known as ridings, with each riding electing a single member of Parliament MP. The candidate securing the highest number of votes wins the seat, irrespective of whether they achieve a majority. In the first past the post FPTP model, the candidate with the most votes in a given riding wins the seat. Unlike proportional representation systems, FPTP does not require candidates to secure a majority more than 50 of the votes. Instead, the candidate with the highest vote count among competitors wins. While this system allows for straightforward election outcomes, it sometimes results in governments being formed without majority public support, leading to debates about electoral reform. With elections set for April 28, parties are in the final stages of campaigning, rallying their bases, and making last-minute appeals to undecided voters. As Canada heads to the polls, the outcome will not only shape the nation's governance for the next 4 years but also set the course for its political landscape in an increasingly complex global environment. Canadian politics is largely dominated by two major parties, the Liberal Party and the Conservative Party. However, several other parties play influential roles, especially in minority government scenarios. Historical trends in government formation. Canada's political history has largely alternated between Liberal and Conservative rule. The Liberals secured victories in 2015 and 2019, whereas the Conservatives governed from 2006 to 2015. The NDP and Bloc Qua Copyright BA Copyright COIS, while not forming governments, often play decisive roles when no single party wins an outright majority. In such cases, the party with the most seats can either form a minority government or seek coalition support from smaller parties. General elections in Canada are conducted nationwide on a single day, ensuring a uniform electoral process across all provinces and territories. Elections Canada, an independent body, oversees the electoral process, ensuring fairness, transparency, and compliance with spending regulations. The voting age is set at 19, and elections are typically held every 4 years, barring special circumstances. Canada's parliamentary structure consists of two houses: the House of Commons, which is elected through general elections, and the Senate, whose members are appointed rather than elected. The leader of the party that secures the most seats in the House of Commons becomes the Prime Minister, provided they can command a stable government. Canada is widely recognized as a strong democracy with fair electoral processes. Observers and political representatives are allowed to monitor voting and counting, ensuring transparency. However, disparities exist in electoral power due to the varying population sizes of provinces. Larger provinces like Ontario and Quebec hold more seats, giving them greater political influence, which smaller provinces sometimes perceive as an imbalance. A significant factor in the upcoming elections is the influence of Canada's Indian origin and Sikh communities. With a population of approximately 16 lakh, making up around 4% of Canada's total population, these communities wield considerable electoral power, particularly in Ontario, British Columbia, and Alberta. The Liberal Party has historically enjoyed strong support from Indian Canadian voters, partly due to policies favouring immigration in the past. However, the recent diplomatic tensions between Canada and India may impact voting dynamics in the 2025 election. The Sikh community, in particular, has played a prominent role in Canadian politics. The 2019 elections saw 18 Sikh MPs elected, surpassing the number of Sikh representatives in India's own parliament. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh continues to be a key figure in Canadian politics, and his party's performance in 2025 will likely be influenced by Sikh voters. Given this strong political presence, all major parties including the Liberals, Conservatives, and NDP are actively courting Indian Canadian and Sikh support. Nan.